So you've made it back to. You've actually come back to
Right.
Illinois.
And you're not even hacking.
Yeah, we took the side roads into the state. Like Illinois is an unceremonious entry. Like if you come in through Indiana,
right.
I think it's like
Well,
Rensselaer.
you did see the
or
casino.
something.
Yeah.
Or
Bourbonnais or
you come exactly by Moments and stuff like that. Kankakee, the soft white underbelly of your Kankakee to get into the state of Illinois was
the last place you can get cheap gas and cigarettes before you cross into Illinois.
Right. Kankakee, just so you know, it's Kankakee as they call it. They skip it's like they're so disgusted by the town they skip a syllable of it when they say it. So the true people from the county on there, Kankakee County, they call it Kankakee, not Kankakee, like the way it's supposed to say Kankakee. And somebody one time tried to convince me it was like some sort of a Native American thing. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's lazy white people.
Right.
that are not accepting.
They were doing hyphenated names, before it was cool.
Before it was cool, right?
Names. Yeah.
But you look at it and you're like, damn, look at all these Midwest cities. That's the thing about the Rust Belt, dude. Like, you got to admit, like, we've done some bad trade agreements where it used to be manufacturing centers, and these towns are all bombed out. And they could have been really nice. There's like nice architecture that you see that's just completely decrepit and falling apart because we don't believe in bringing back manufacturing to the United States because it doesn't make the politicians rich. It makes the ordinary people that work in those things better off. So like, that's my take on it. I sound like I'm running through the street with a red flag, but you got to admit what you got to admit, man. It's fucking bombed out. There's pawn shops and fucking vape shops, but like there's no business. I mean, it's bullshit.
I keep buying those $1,000 houses in Gary, hoping that's going to come back.
Oh yeah, come back around.
Oh, just a rent alone, or you'd make a mint.
Right.
Can you kidding me?
Right.
It's like Monopoly out there, like trade 2 houses for a hotel.
Right.
Well, and it's nice that you made it through the smoke. I mean, it's been wild here the last however many days. It's like zombie apocalypse here.
Yeah, you can look
driving down the expressway the other day. You couldn't see an exit that was a half mile ahead or a quarter mile ahead.
You can look directly at the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a Skittle. When you're looking at it, it's all like shiny and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like, and it's like, all right, here's the deal with that. I looked up a little bit, like, why are these so bad? Why is this smoke continuing to happen with Canada? And guess what you're not allowed to say that it has to do with? You're not allowed to say that it's bad ecological policy dictated by the global warming craze. It's like, no, it's all global warming. The raise in the single degree in Celsius is causing all of these wildfires. Yes. If you say anything else, this is like saying, why is there so much violence in the inner city? The buzz phrase that you have to say, the virtue signaling phrase is because of institutional racism executed by police officers. You don't say the fact of the matter is that more than likely if you're going to be killed by somebody in the inner city, they look and act just like you. Global warming is causing all of this. It has nothing to do with, we're not deforesting. We're not logging like we used to because we're trying to save trees. And we've disrupted this process on that level to the point where like you can't go outside. Like people were wearing COVID masks up there. I'm like, man, COVID's over with. What the fuck? And I was like, oh, this is for real.
I'd be out there like inhaling it like I'm smoking. Holding my lungs. It's better than marble.
It's like
take
Canadian.
Take another pull of that Illinois air.
Yeah, right. Canadian incense is what they're calling. It's like a Yankee candle that they're putting out now. Like socialist indifference, is what that is. The scent is.
Right. It's like everything else. It's like everything. There's no. There's no like. It's just it just happens, and it's always a blame. Like it's dry. A fire started. It just global warming. It just did like the iceberg break off and start a spark and start like it's so stupid. But it's like everything else. Everybody's
how the woolly mammoths died.
Right. But I mean, you see these cops getting beat up, with these kids are having these takeovers and stuff, and all this other stuff, and it's all because of institutional racism. Like no, it's not. It's because you're fucking dumb and you make poor choices, and the air's dry, and the whole thing. Okay, maybe you didn't water it down like you're supposed. Like it's so just. Somebody take the fucking blame for something, please.
Yeah, I actually thought I was driving in towards the city, and I actually thought it was some of those water treatment plants over in Summit. Like off of 55, it just
the pumps burning the top layer off.
It was just methane gas. It was covering the city.
Caused by zebra mussels that came into the Lake Michigan water. Just it's all in there. The guys in there scraping
zebra
up
mussels and Asian carp that got caught in the pipe.
Exactly, unbelievable. No,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a way you look at it and you're like, wow, I've never seen anything like that. Look, this is a guy that went through the oil fires on a daily basis in Kuwait. Like we roll through those things, like literally day would become night. You were like rolling through like basically what I
could see Shaun driving. He had to put his army helmet on with the camera on, like he's driving a fucking.
Not even that. Like you got to like convoy. Literally, you got to put a freaking nasty do-rag. That they weren't giving us. By the way, they weren't giving us COVID masks for that. You just drive through there and make the convoy happen and do whatever. And you would literally like be like dripping black goo out of your nose. You know what I mean? And
he takes his glasses off. He's just got to put like the Ray-Ban outline.
No bullshit. That's the truth, Chris. You look like a freaking reverse raccoon. You know what I mean? Like, and me and my driver would be like, holy crap. We were riding through that every single day. And I should have used that for like when I was doing a PT test. I was like, hey, come on, man. Like my lung capacity is like literally.
You got muscles on your lungs.
Yeah, right. Literally. like, they found a 10, I'm not lying to you guys. They found a 10 millimeter ball on one of my lungs when I was patient 0 for COVID in Illinois. Like they were like, we don't know what's wrong with you. So they put me in for this test. And they're like, yeah, there's a perfectly, it's like I like inhaled a marble and never kicked it back out or something. They're like, it's 10 millimeters. I'm like, 10 millimeters? We're not even allowed to carry that caliber. It's not like I like accidentally swallowed it or something.
Everlasting gobstopper.
Yeah, right. And he's like, and they're like, what's that from? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe oil fires. I have no idea. Yeah. But I'm not trying to shake down the VA for any extra benefits, by the way. Because, I don't want to get fired for having disabled.
It adds 3 more percentage to your disability points or score or whatever it is.
I just want to be a normal guy that gets VA benefits, not a guy that puts on disability plates and gets fired for it. Like, you know, proudly displaying I'm a disabled veteran while I'm a police officer plate. Like, I get 80%. You know what I mean? Like, what do you get?
And the smoke. I mean, I grew up in a house of a dad smoking Pall Mall unfiltered cigarettes in the house every day. Like this haze ain't got nothing on me.
I was saying, where's Scott? He's out doing a 5 mile.
What?
Right. This is all you got? I'm just screaming at the sky while I'm out running.
Scott tells me though that was like there was more psychological terror in that house for him, like trauma, because like he used to tell me stories about how his in-laws, although they played a part in naming him, named him Scott Thorson, who was supposedly the lover of Liberace, and they would tease him about that. I was like, you helped name him, and it's like so. Smoke Scott liked it. It was like it was way less traumatic. Your brain is so good. Anyway.
I have a 10 millimeter ball of scar tissue on my brain from growing up. It's like your lungs.
On my heart.
It's in my heart is already scarred over. So like this nature shit doesn't mean anything.
Bounces right off.
The doctor's looking at it. He's like, what? I've never seen anything of this. It's shaped like a tear and it's filled in. It's like a tattoo. Anyway, well, whatever. It's
the only thing that I had to tell them I had wrong with me before my MRI the other day. They're like, "What?"
Doctor's like, "All right."
Okay. How was the rest of your drive up though? Like, what'd you come through? Like Nashville, Tennessee?
Good. Yeah, you know, like what I realized is like in leaving Charleston. Charleston's got so many people coming to it. It's not like you don't really know anybody from Charleston anymore. It's like where we worked. Like nobody was from that town because it grew so quickly with the sprawl. And like the Southern hospitality thing is kind of being lost on all these New Yorkers that are coming down, like the aggressiveness of New Yorker, New Jersey people that are fleeing like we talked about. So when I got into Tennessee, it was kind of cool because it's a nexus for our show today. But I got into Tennessee and I was like, this is what happened. This is the story. Like you have teenage kids that, Scott, you would appreciate this, like, because you run a tight ship with your car.
Oh, all the kids with you?
No, just two.
Just the 2 young ones.
And, you know, they eat and they drop, you know, like the reason dogs came to be friends with humans on the level that they were is because we weren't really good with when we ate in the garbage that we controlled. So, like, basically what happened is now you can transfer that to fire ants. So, we have electronics in the car and we have a lot of crumbs of food. So we went into the hotel that night and I came back out in the morning. It's my turn to drive, which you know me, I love to drive. I'm like,
right.
Yeah.
I love it. Like love to drive. And I see this string hanging out of the driver's door. I'm like, oh, that must have been the earphones that people are looking for that, you know, didn't work. And again, they're stringed earphones, folks. So this is like how bad it is. And the fire ants managed to figure out that there was a bunch of food in our car.
Oh no.
And they were like, oh, and here is the rope we can climb up to get into the car. So we've got a fire ant infestation. But the funny thing about fire ants is they don't let you know they're fire ants until you actually make physical contact with them. There's no no markings on them, like, a black widow spider or a cobra coming up to saying that they're venomous. So I'm like, what the fuck? Look at this. And then they form this trail all the way back from the front of the Honda Odyssey driver's side door to the back.
Oh God.
Where Matthew was sitting, and they found the McDonald's fries that were left in there overnight. And then they found like a chain all the way back down to it was really
the only fire ants getting in the car with a bib on.
Right. And literally, as I was trying to swat the fire ants out there biting me, I still felt bad about killing something that would work so hard and have that much ingenuity. And I was just like, I think it would be easier for me to choke my kids out right now than kill these ants, because at least they're productive. And I'm looking at the two of them, they're laughing at me because I'm just fucking ranting. And Carrie's like, oh my God, here we go. He's already stressed about having to come up here and all this bullshit. So we had to vacuum out the car. We had to take it to a car wash. It was so bad. We had to vacuum it out. But while I was there was a girl. She's a cute girl, young girl, probably early 20s, working the car wash entrance. Mm-hmm. And this is like Hendersonville or something, Tennessee. And she was super nice to me. And I was like, wow, she was really nice to me. Like I went back to my younger days. Like, is she hitting on me? Is she hitting on me? My wife's sitting right here, like this Tennessee car wash Jezebel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what is going on? And my wife's like, no, get over it. She's not into you that much. This is just Southern hospitality that we don't.
She's just trying to talk you into an upgrade.
We try to make sure you don't break your back at your age.
But she was super nice. She wasn't even doing it. She wasn't upselling me. She wasn't doing any of that stuff like these Clinique counter girls that you encountered, Scott. I was that, like, I don't maybe look that nice or something, I guess. But she was being super nice to me, so it never really happens to me. One, it helps to be ugly, and then it helps to be, mean looking.
Right.
Kind of going, and Irish, right? No personality. So when we got through the car wash, we were done. It was all good. The outside were washed. The fire ants had perished in that. But we still had to vacuum out the inside. And while I'm vacuuming the car out, she's like in the window looking back and forth in this little office thing. And I'm like, she's still like kind of checking me out. Like, I'm not demented. So she comes out with an air freshener, and I look at Carrie and I go, here you go. Proof positive. You're lucky we're leaving.
Yep.
So I might be tempted here.
It would have been awesome if her phone number was on it. She can
Right. I'm just like, look at this. It smells like vanilla. And I can't smell vanilla.
Well, she put her Snapchat on it, but Shaun couldn't figure that out. So he's like,
I got my social media. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway,
I'll catch you on MySpace.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that was about it. The rest of the trip was actually pretty easy. I love going to
fire ants.
Other than the fire ants. And my aggravation with the windmill farms in Indiana, like we see every year, like why are only 2 of them spinning of the 5,000 that are here? You know what I mean? And I Googled like real quick, like, hey, why don't the windmills spin? All of them at the same time.
You texted Billy Carlson from our previous show. Yeah, hey, we only got 2 rolling.
Right. There was some bullshit answer about the wind has to be exactly right. I was like, but the wind was only exactly right for those 2, and they were like 10 miles apart. Like, that's it. Like, what is this scam here? And immediately, like, the paranoid.
See, that's the best part of you always riding shotgun, right? And not driving.
You get to point that out.
But I'm going to tell you right now.
Shaun looks like the suspended guy driving around with his girlfriend.
Right, exactly. My second DUI.
He's revoked.
And then I glamorize it with Carrie. I'd be like, if we were in the shit, you'd be my pilot and I'd be your door gunner. This would be fucking awesome. And then I'd go back to reading like crazy articles about, why.
Right. He's like, let me get back to my 1998 Reader's Digest.
Right.
Tell me when it's time for a pee break.
Right. And, but it was good. It was good to be back. Honestly, I prefer to drive in the airport. There's way less people that annoy me. You know what I mean? There's no Tennessee Jezebel in the TSA. I'm going to tell you right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Checking out my junk on that big X-ray machine or something like that. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Speaking of collecting garbage.
Right.
Good transition into garbage.
Right.
The story that you sent us about the big wedding and the price tag of the garbage from said wedding from Taylor Swift, right?
Travis
we unfortunately had to talk about this recently, but now there's the story of Taylor Swift fans pay $25 for garbage from outside of the wedding. And I thought this was a joke when you said it first, and then I realized who we were talking about and how crazy some people are about this shit. And I'm like, no, this probably is something. And I mean, I didn't look more into the story other than just the brief social media summary, but people paying up to $25 for garbage, including cigarette butts, an ovulation test kit, and a lone AirPod, collected near Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding, with every item selling out within 24 hours. Ovulation kit, but
was it used? Different. That's the thing. Is it worth more if it's used, like you peed on it or something? Is it worth more? I'm just asking.
But how do you, did the value get driven up because you found out whose pee test kit it was?
Right.
It was actually Travis Kelce.
It's actually Travis Kelce. There's male DNA in this urine.
What? She made him pee on this? What the fuck?
Somebody's sending it off to 23andMe and just to see what Kelce's.
And it turns out it's just a homeless guy that was sleeping next to the trash can out front. Like, this ain't worth shit.
Right. Anyway, though, but apparently $25 a pop for garbage. That's where we're at, America.
Yeah, sold out in 24 hours.
Right.
And what kind of authenticity, paperwork does it come with? Like, I'm seriously.
The hockey jerseys, it comes with that certificate, but it's the cigarette butt mounted, like it's like a shadow box.
Right.
And it's just in there.
But they spent all the money on tickets to get in, so it's only like those American Indian cigarettes for like $1.27 a pack.
Right. They should, their couple name is Swelty. So that's like the Swift and Kelce, so they just call them Swelcy or whatever. I'd say it's the thing about it is just again, we talked about last week, $25. Like, why don't you just walk up to the many homeless people that are in New York and just give them the $25? Like, give some alms to the poor. Like, you're giving money to people that are already obscenely rich enough that they can have 1,000-person wedding with all the police support and public safety that's required, and you're buying their garbage.
Right.
Garbage.
I'm just gonna take some of the shit out of my own garbage and just sell it.
Yeah,
if you have an ovulation kit, please.
These are definitely some of the Aldi bagels that they had at the reception. This bag.
It's just
Aldi bagels. Yeah, this shit's legit.
Yeah, no, that can't look. It's they're this is the kind of crap that we're selling crap from the Titanic. Like, hopefully this doesn't end tragically like the Titanic did for them, but it's going that rate. They're going to run into some sort of an iceberg for real out there, those two, and the reality of just the self-importance, especially at these times. For I don't know, we got a lot going on in the world. Send that money to Canada, help them figure out how to put water on hot things
some
so they can stop it. You know what I mean? I know I'm oversimplifying this, but it's just couldn't that have been spent better somewhere else? I don't know. Whatever.
I how again? You're sending money to people you don't even know. He could have pulled it out of his own guard. Just what is an ovulation kit doing at her wedding anyway? Where did you get it from? The street? Were you inside? I don't know.
I'm gonna go out there next week and scoop up a bunch of needles and just mail them to people.
And to say, they used to say to us when we come across them in the car, what's up with the dirty needle sitting there? I'm a diabetic. I'm like, oh, okay, right, there you go. Is that how you use this nasty fucking needle?
Yeah,
is it a reusable thing?
Dirty ass needles, all sticky and fucking gross and burn marks on them, and I'll be like, no, this is this was people using Ozempic at the.
This was Timothée Chalamet's insulin pump. You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. Just make something up. And people would buy it. People are like, is this verified? Yeah. Yes.
But all the needles that I mail are poking through the envelopes and sticking all these people, so it just totally backfires on me.
Right.
This didn't make it through the post office.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't.
How do we transition into this?
I don't know. Let's just put that whole thing to bed. Let's end on buying garbage and dirty needles, and let's go back to you brought it up before as you traveled. You're young, attractive, car wash
with your free vanilla incense, which you probably haven't even opened yet. You're just gonna He's sleeping with it under his pillow.
Yeah.
Okay. And but Shaun was vacuuming, and he's like doing that back look over the shoulder while he's vacuuming, and like in his cargo shorts.
He's got a secret.
And I'm carrying the hose between my legs, like Carl from Caddyshack when he's watering, like the big thing hanging out. So like, whatever. This may be quick, but you'll never forget. Anyway,
goddamn fire ants!
Fire ants! Oh my god. The Tennessee car wash Jezebel, right? The temptation was there, but it was managed to fight it off.
Also a great band name, so we're gonna keep that here. In case
anyway.
If no one out there listening can use Tennessee car wash Jezebel as a band name. It's been
it's actually a cover band for Taylor Swift.
College radio is not what it used to be. I don't think you can take it if you want it. I don't care. Anyway.
Yes. Well, Nashville.
Back to Nashville.
Nexus here for Chris. It's Nashville.
Yeah.
And SROs.
Right. This is all on me.
Story. If you haven't heard this yet, it comes to us via the New York Post, which is, this close to being a tabloid. You know what I mean? But anyway.
So this story's out now, and I guess the antics are a little bit older, but for some reason the story's coming out now, maybe because it's just been made public now or whatever. But essentially the title of the story is Married Nashville Cop Filmed Herself Having Sex with Lover Inside Middle School with Students Just Steps Away. And this former
right
Nashville Metro cop, apparently whose husband was also, or maybe still is, a Nashville cop as well. Turns out she's an SRO and
was an SRO.
Was past tense, and just banging other dudes at the school while she was working. Like, hey, I got a meeting. I'll be in here. Don't mind me. And she said, well, according to the story, she resigned after admitting to hooking up with another officer, not her husband, at least 4 times inside the Madison Middle School while serving as a school resource officer in May of 2025. And then they also obviously went through her phone, or I mean, having this on your phone seems amazing, but it also said that video recovered from her phone showed the then 37-year-old having depraved sex with the man on a couch inside her office while kids were inside the building and staff could be heard talking outside the door.
Yeah. Could you expand on depraved?
Yeah, I was going to say that sounded a little editorial there. It's like depraved is loosely. I know depraved when I see it, kind of thing, like porn. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? What is depraved sex? What does that actually mean?
Well, they were, like, were there midgets in the room with them?
Like,
right.
Like, define depraved, please.
What does that actually mean? Like, especially in this day and age, that could be so many different things. Was she dressed up like the school's mascot or something? Like, what the fuck was depraved about it? Like, I mean, obviously the act itself in the school.
Yeah. She was doing a simultaneous OnlyFans thing where she's, dipping her foot in a jar of mayonnaise, or squashing bananas between her toes.
But it's like from Amway, because it's like a school and they had to buy like she stole it out of the confines of it.
I like she's pouring that room temperature milk over her feet. Those little cartons.
Right.
I like the part where he was under investigation for the whole alleged affair, and he was granted an injured on duty pension. So, did you hurt yourself banging her? Like,
this was the other officer.
Yeah, this is the male half,
not the platinum blonde.
This is the male
She's
half.
a platinum blonde, as they described her in the story. It's like, again, the New York Post just is like gold for like just dragging out cops for the dumb shit that they do, and we're willing to talk about it, by the way,
right?
Because it's like, I got to be honest with you. Like, the SRO gig is like it's a great gig because they both transferred, her and her husband, transferred from San Diego, left California, again another blue state. I'm leaving the blue state to come to a place that, Tennessee is very attractive for retirees too. Like, it's a very, it's modernizing with the influx of people, the pay rates, things like that. Tennessee is still kind of the South, where they have some sort of like moral values, like different from California. But you're coming there, you get this gig. Nashville like used her in a video with her husband, like totally like
not one of those videos, like a
not one of those, clammed her up, and this is why he came. My husband and I are all this great stuff.
Oh my God, look at this! I would have joined the Metro Police
watching
Department.
that video, and there was two things I noticed. Her eyebrows were like way too coiffed to be a cop.
Oh, she looks like Groucho.
Yeah,
stop calling me Shirley.
She looked like Gwen Stefani to a certain degree, who's a great lady, by the way, but like just comparison purposes, if you haven't seen this article, just what she looks like. And her husband looked like some, like surfer looking guy from California, that whatever, like, dark hair and, the Latin lover type thing. An attractive couple in our world. By male standards, or by attractiveness standards in the police world, she's a supermodel. Like, if you really ask a public safety, and I'll include firemen in this as well, because they're just as dog ass as cops are about, like, would you have sex with that girl?
They got 2 days off every 24 to do it more than we do.
Right. And the idea of like, would you have sex with this girl? She'd be considered a supermodel in our world, like, when you look at her, kind of a thing. Now that doesn't make any of this right, but the bottom line is you look at it and you think like she was, Nashville promoted her and like did as they call it, a cringeworthy video about her corniness, about coming here with her husband and her 3 kids that are all, still in the single digits. And she's 37 years old, and now she's doing depraved sex videos in a school resource office in a middle school, Madison Middle School in Tennessee. It's like, how do we screen for this stuff? Like, it's just like, is it just humans doing stupid human things? Like cops, again, we don't get that excuse because we see too many humans doing stupid human things. And like, we should know, like, I guess that's wrong. Yeah. Because there's laws and stuff against it. Like filming the person, was she using her body camera too? Is like the multiple angles of this? Like, what is, like, how are you doing with your, like your phone? Like, are you holding your phone at the same time? Or like, was this rehearsed? Was this prepared? I'm like, what, holy crap.
She was yelling that what drew more attention. She was yelling the mascot name because it was like the Tigers or something go Tiger.
Right. Tony, bring it, Tony. You're great. To me, it's just like, and what kind of time did she have? Like,
right.
Like how, like, look, it's no doubt about it. Like women are Olympians when it comes to sex and men are special Olympians when it comes to sex. So what is going on? Like, how long did this whole thing last? Like,
well, and the thing that makes it work, I mean, we unfortunately see a lot of these stories, and we've had a lot of these like similar sex scandal, law enforcement type stories. But I got to say, I mean, it does bring another level of ignorance because you're at the middle school. It's not right, like what was going on, but
you're
just, I mean, you're like, that's so ignorant to be doing that as an SRO at the school where you work, like while people are there. Like, come on, man, like control yourself, really.
And then you're videotaping it, and then people hear you, and because if you could hear them, they could probably hear you. And on top of it, it says here in the article that it was the same month that it started, somebody reported it. Like, and listen, at 37 years old, why are you recording? Like, what are you doing with it afterwards? Like, seriously? And I'm not talking about what are you doing with it, but in regards to your husband could find it on your phone, you moron. Like what kind of cop are you?
And seriously, in a time where you've got across the country, there's with some of the defunding talk of police work and all that, you've had several states where people are questioning, why do we need to have SROs and why do we need to have them in schools? And the argument goes back and forth about, well, it's good because if you have a critical incident, but, it makes kids feel like, they're in a jail with a cop. So you've got like all the controversy surrounding, SRO, not controversy, but like just discussions about it nationwide. And then this dumbass is doing this after they've put you on such a pedestal. Like Shaun said, they're doing videos about her. They've got this great story about being a couple that came from San Diego. They're both cops. They're, went to the academy.
The first married couple to graduate from the Metro Police Academy too. Like that was highlighted, like the fidelity issue and things like that,
Yeah. And here you've got all this praise and all these great things. And then you got these young kids, like they got little kids, 3 little kids.
Like, and middle school students kids too. Like,
and not, hopefully none of the kids were at that middle school.
Right.
Where's mom?
No, not according to their ages. No, they're not. But still, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's all in the same school system. You're going to know. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I mean, how embarrassing to your police department too. Like, really?
Right. And I get, and being an SRO and stuff, I think it's probably one of the in this day and age, it's probably one of the best jobs to have in regards to if you want to get to the youth early, because we all see what's going on. We all see the fact that the kids, the teenage kids, they get their mannerisms, how to interact with the police from TikTok and all this other stuff that it appears every time that they interact with the police, they fight. They want to fight. Mm-hmm. They want to burr up. They don't want to listen. And I think, being an SRO, it's just one of the things where you can get to the kids one-on-one in a different environment where you're not visiting them under a police call, and right. You can get to know each other and stuff like that. So I think it's super important. But to me, I mean, like in the school, like you're 37 years old. You're doing it did you see the other part? She's doing it in an abandoned hospital, in the car in the abandoned hospital parking lot.
The other guy's car, the lover, the lover, her car. It's right. The lover.
The paramount.
Honor.
I mean, and not only are you embarrassment to the law enforcement and to your department, you really have to think about stuff on a different level. Like, I know I represent myself, I represent my family, I represent my department, I represent the United States, and I represent this school, and I represent these right. kids. Mm-hmm. Like these kids come to you because they don't have a mother, or they don't have a father, or they're afraid to talk to them about something. So they come in and they talk to you about, that they think are super serious at their age. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you help these kids through it, and this happens, and you get out there and your embarrassment. And then now what's that? And we always say this, what's the next cop that's supposed to do when they get in there? Right. You are already behind the 8 ball that you're a fucking clown. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that cops or people don't really understand, that if a civilian makes a mistake, they make a mistake. Okay, somebody does embezzlement or whatever, the next person that comes in, they don't care. But for a cop, if one cop acts a fool, the next cop that goes there is already behind the 8 ball, that people don't like them because of the way the other cop acted. Right. It is such a domino effect in this industry that we all have to realize that when we're doing stuff, and that is that we're not only representing, ourselves and the department and our families and everything else, but you are also making it either easier or harder for the next cop that shows up to do what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, and this is just, you're trying to get to the heart of problems by getting to the youth early, and by being so selfish. Not only did she hurt her husband, her 3 young children, the department, but every single kid in that school, she is now harmed just for the mere fact that the next copper that goes in there has a 1,000-mile climb up a hill before he or she can get trust of those kids again.
Yeah. And imagine how that interview process is going for that next person. They're going to be a little gun shy, like, holy shit, we really got to make sure. I mean, I don't know that anybody saw this coming again, but you're as a chief or whoever, now you're doing all the damage control, like you said, from that. It's had an effect on the kids in the school. It's had an effect on the staff. And you know that whoever that next cop is that's coming in is that SRO. The jokes are going to be flying, and you're going to be being looked at, under a microscope for every single thing that you do. So you certainly need the right person then to come in and fill that spot, because, as you said, there's already a preconceived opinion of what goes on, and it's the agency, it's the officers, it's everything, and it's unfortunate that it is that way. But in this job, you're held to a higher standard, and what the things that you do that maybe everyday people do that isn't seen as such a big deal, this has a way bigger impact. And it, like you said, Chris, it goes beyond just your own conduct and the immediate impact of your career and your family. It goes to every other cop. It goes to the argument or the discussion about SROs in schools. I mean, people just use it as ammunition, and it was so stupid.
Right.
We're busting on her because she's an idiot, but it's true. Like
and it's going to go on forever. Like, this is a news story that's going to go on for months. It's not like that CEO got caught at the concert with the HR director. It lasted a week and now it's gone. And now he's probably a CEO at another company making $5 million a year. She's probably the HR director. It ends there. Here it doesn't end. It's just, and this is the craft we've chosen. And listen, if you really need to scratch that itch, you're 37 years old. Why bring down everybody and everything in your world, including your profession?
Well, I'm a big, like, how could this have been prevented guy? Like, workman comp prevention, safety type things. And there was two factors that I read in that article that was the key indicators that this was going to go bad. First and foremost, she was a former Marine. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anybody that knows Marines, you know what I'm talking about. Even Marines are taking pride in this. And then the other thing is that her paramour, as they called it, the other person involved in this, which we're not focusing on at all because he ain't a platinum blonde. But guess what community he came from within the police world? I'm going to ask you guys. Throw out there where you think this guy came from in the police world.
SWAT.
Bam. There you go. Like,
she knew her prey.
She knew her prey. They might be strong. They can, breach a door. They can do all this stuff, the sleeve tattoos. I fight what you fear bullshit. But she knew exactly where she needed to go. Where beyond thinking of tactics, the next thing I think of is not girding my loins. And just like, but the thing, there's a little tiny snippet about the 18-year veteran. 18 years. And he's from the tactical community, the tactical operations community. Like, first and foremost, why was this SWAT guy in the schools all the time? Like,
why is there so much Velcro tearing going on in that office?
Right. That's how you on the video recorders.
And then the abandoned school or the abandoned hospital parking lot in this guy's car. Like, where was the supervisor looking at the GPS going, dude, you were there for like 2 hours. What the hell were you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on?
I was setting up the shoot house.
Minutes of just undressing.
Right. To me, that's like the whole, like, how could this have been prevented? One, it's like paying attention to what your people are doing. We're given a lot of luxury as cops. Like, anybody that was like at the line level has a lot of supervision over them. In the military, the business world, like, you got supervisors that work in your workplace. You got sergeants that lead you in the field to do whatever to try to keep, the snuffies from being snuffies or the jarheads from being jarheads. But like, for cops, we get a lot of, like, at 37 years old, like, you're a senior person in a lot of these other places that I mentioned. Like, to me, it's just like you keep messing it up for like the autonomy that a police officer has. They're going to, like, how much are they going to monitor? How much is this changing what SROs do, Chris? Like, if this happened in your SRO, like, department, agency, whatever, what sort of things would they put in place for the 99% of the coppers that would have never engaged in that behavior? Now we're going to have to do all sorts of things that they never had to do before because of the selfishness of these two individuals. You know what I mean?
I don't know if there's anything. Yeah, like you said, we're granted a lot of freedom and stuff. I don't even know. How you would be prevented. I mean, you could, when you interview people, they'll say all the right things and whatever else, and when the opportunity presents itself, people make poor decisions. So I don't even know if there is any way that you can really make sure that you prevent this, because again, to have an affair, you have like 3 young children and a husband and a career, like, no wonder you had to do it at school, because who's got time to do it anyplace else? Number one. Number two, and again, I really don't think there's any way, because again, I think when opportunity presents itself, some people are just, weak or whatever, and, it just happens.
Yeah.
It has to be an ugly officer.
Right. And on that note, I'll tell you why, as a former SWAT operator for 17 years, what would have thrown me from the whole thing, this wouldn't have happened, especially if I was single. Obviously, the love of my life, I would never do that. I got to go home to the most attractive police officer that I would ever want to have relations with. And the cool thing about that is it never happened anyway, so I was still safe. But the bottom line is this girl, this platinum blonde, she had a noticeable mole in the middle of her forehead. I would not be able to get past that. I'd be like, you're hot. Oh,
mole.
That would have been all the birth control I needed. But anyway, I'd say maybe,
and they couldn't. They didn't see the SWAT guy's face on the video, but they identified him by his full sleeve tattoo.
Right. Yeah. Well, but the thing was, is she made him wear a gas mask because that's how it would get really freaky. Like, you like it? This stings, doesn't it? Doesn't it burn? Yeah. Don't you like this?
His back, it said, "God bless the peacekeepers" across his back.
Right. Yeah. Send me, Isaiah 6:8.
Send me, right? Send me. Right.
Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, that is a whole new word for the second coming. But anyway, so we are going to end the show on that. Blasphemy, and that was me. So thank you everybody for listening. Please go to where you get your podcast, leave a rating and review, subscribe, tell all your friends. And if you have a suggestion for a show, question, want to be a guest, have a suggestion for a guest, please email us at 3copstalk@gmail.com and go to our website, 3copstalk.com. You can get old episodes there, leave us an email there. Otherwise, please, word of mouth is big for us. Tell your friends. We're really trying to make this world a better place by getting to people understand that, policemen are human, and we're trying to learn just as much as you're trying to teach. So please, thank you for listening. Spread the word. God bless and have a great day.